An update on the subway F train derailment in Brooklyn Wednesday. The MTA now says the tracks at the site of that derailment actually passed inspection just a day before. Investigators are trying to determine if the track caused the derailment. And that was the second derailment to happen in New York City in a matter of days. On January 4th, one train collided with an unoccupied train on the Upper West Side. Dozens of people were injured in that crash. And now so many questions about how two trains could derail within days of each other. Our NJ Burkett spoke exclusively with a crew member on board the train that crashed about how he says he desperately tried to prevent it.
I felt like I was a spectator about to watch myself be killed.
Andy Valentine can't believe he's still alive. The two trains ended up wedged together and off the rails after colliding just outside the 96th Street subway station. A number 1 train on the right, packed with 1,000 riders, struck by the train on the left, which was empty and being driven by a supervisor in the middle of the train. Valentine had been acting as a lookout on the lead car of that train, relaying what he sees back to the supervisor. But their signal turned red, and Valentine got on the radio.
I said, slow me down, give me a stop.
What did he do?
He didn't slow me down, and he didn't stop.
By now, the trains were leaving the station side by side like these. The passenger train had a green signal to cross directly in front of Valentine's train. And he's desperate because the supervisor isn't answering.
I'm yelling now on the radio, stop the train, stop the train, stop the train.
And you can't get the train to stop.
If he doesn't adhere to my commands, my verbal commands, I'm helpless.
The impact threw Valentine halfway through the car. Amid the dust and debris, he helped rescue passengers from the other train. 24 suffered minor injuries. No one was killed.
I didn't leave that train until every passenger was off the train. I wanted to make sure everybody was okay.
Valentine's train had been taken out of service prior to the crash after pranksters pulled multiple emergency brakes. It struck the passenger train as it was being moved to the rail yard on orders from transit supervisors. The NTSB is investigating management's decisions as well as the cause of the derailment. Transport Workers Union President Richard Davis questions that too.
I can only assume that the message of service prevailed over the message of safety. And that's what management is supposed to be focused on, safety, not service.
For the moment, Valentine isn't ready to get back to driving trains.
Time will tell.
The system needs good guys like you.
My kids need their father. And I almost lost my life that day. I put all my trust in the supervisor to do the right thing. And he almost took my life that day.
MTA officials have suggested that human error was likely behind the derailment. A spokeswoman for the MTA declined to comment on our story, except to say that the agency was cooperating with the Safety Board's investigation. NJ Burkett, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Police in Newark